The verdict is still out on when and where temporary court hearings can be held for the Belize City Magistrates Court after more breakage of the ceiling at the public building rendered the building unsafe to occupy. The roof was damaged during the passage of the recent hurricane, and heavy rains over the weekend exacerbated the already compromised structure. Chief of Security at the Magistrates Court, Earl Parks, was on duty this morning when the ceiling caved in.
Say 7:10, the whole roof come down. Right after when I come back and finish check the rest and post them, I hear the cement them, the piece of cement there from upstairs started drop on the stairs right over your head right there. And from there, the whole thing just decided to tumble down on the left hand side of the building, well, the right hand side of the building, I say. You know, when I turn this way, it tumbled down and it just collapsed, the whole place collapsed. You know, the whole roof decided to come down.
Chief Magistrate Sharon Fraser said the incident has forced the closure of the Magistrates Courts indefinitely.
We came here Monday. I met a courtroom where the entire ceiling, all the light fixtures, electrical stuff, everything was down. The place full with water, and the mold, the smell of the mold was just unbearable. Okay. So a decision was taken that I would close down that side of the building, which is the left side of this building.
Which houses how many courtrooms?
It houses
And the cell block.
4 active courtrooms. There is a 5th room, but 4 active courts and the cell block area.
Freelance court reporter Anita Nemhard has been working from the court building for the past 20 years. She told us that she has seen the degradation of the building without adequate restorative work placed on the historical structure.
I've seen where the building needed more work, and I've given my comments about it, and I guess suggestion that better need to be done because it's a historic building. I mean, I've been telling my kids about this building and the work that I've been doing out here, and it's just looking at the building itself. People just pass us to take a picture. So I've seen the years of deterioration with the building, and what happened yesterday and again today. In my view, that's something was bound to happen.
While the damages are still being assessed, Fraser said there is going to have to be a difference in the way court proceedings are held for the time being.
We had indicated we would have started to do virtual hearings for those persons in the prison who matters are not set.
Yeah.
And then for new matters, do physical arraignment or do virtual arraignment. So it would mean that persons would stay at Queen Street Police Station, they'll set up a laptop, we'll set up our computer system here and arraign them, and then they will just come to do the paperwork here. But at least we wouldn't have to worry about housing prisoners or anything like that. So when they bring them over, it would simply have been just to sign, and then they get their bail for those who are getting bail.
While this will be the interim operation, Fraser says the search will begin on Wednesday for somewhere suitable to house the Magistrates Court.
I will start tomorrow to see if we can start to look for somewhere, at very least, where we can house the 4 affected courts. And maybe thereafter look for somewhere where maybe all of us, because once they start the repair on this building, we can't stay here.
The collapsed ceiling has caused another setback for the court, which already has a backlog of cases to deal with.
We were quite on our way in addressing those cases, those old cases. So now this has really caused a real setback for me. Another setback in trying to address dealing with these outstanding cases.
The compromised roof and ceiling also brings into focus another issue. The building is where the Chief Justice's speech and other speeches are presented at the ceremonial opening of the Supreme Court calendar in January. That event will have to take place elsewhere, but the Chief Magistrate was hopeful that with this incident, a promised court building will be built on Chetamal Street.
Maybe Lisa is a blessing, because this might very well be where consideration is given to putting that building at the Chetomal Street. We had already been promised a location. I know that the second building to have been considered being built would have been that of the Magistrates Court.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.